I am a complete idiot for not realizing this sooner. I don't know how I missed it, as I've been talking about it in a few videos, but I just couldn't piece it together, until now. And holy crap, this explains the reason for the dialogue choice when Safi brings up Chloe and Max can answer we were best friends or we were high school sweethearts. Now, I've already made the point about how this particular scene that we see in the reveal trailer is from the Sacrifice Chloe ending. But the more I thought about it, the more something felt off, and I want to show you all what that is. So we're going to take a quick look at this clip, and as you watch it, I will give you context about why this blew my mind.
And so it's been so long since the original game came out. For players who maybe don't have the original console that they played on, or let alone the save file from their Life is Strange 1 game, how will they import their previous choices?
So Safi and Max will have a conversation that's pretty early on in the game, and Arcadia Bay just comes up naturally in that conversation. So players can remake the choice then, or they could try the other way.
Or they can try the other way. So clearly we're allowed to import a save data from the remastered version of Life is Strange into this game. Now, I don't believe it's going to be every choice, but it's going to be a lot of the major ones. And when we look at stuff or interact, we'll get some little Easter egg about a choice we made in the previous game. Now, you're probably still confused as to what this has to do with this mind-blowing thing I have to say, because I just want you to think about it for a minute. For those of us who have played and finished Life is Strange 1, we can import our choices. But for those who haven't, they start a new game and then Safi will bring up this conversation. And the developers have gone out their way. They said that they respect the choices of the game and they want old fans and new fans to be able to pick off Max's story. Like even new fans who don't understand or played the first game, they can get in there and not have to worry about it. But there's one thing about that confuses me, and we have to look at Life is Strange 2 and the Wavelengths DLC. When you start up Life is Strange 2 and the Wavelengths DLC, we are given the option, have you played Life is Strange 1? And if we say yes, then we choose, and there'll be another option that says, did you sacrifice Arcadia Bay? And we make our choice, and then our ending for Life is Strange 1 goes right over. However, if we say no, a text will pop up saying a choice will be picked at random, and we won't know what that choice is until we explore the game. And so this choice is contradicting the one with Safi when she asks who Chloe is, because let's say I don't import the save data, I choose to start new. If I'm new to this game, why would the option be, have you played Life is Strange 1, and then say, did you sacrifice Arcadia Bay, yes or no? If I'm new, I've never played Life is Strange 1, I don't know what this is, so it makes no sense to put that choice in there when we're going to get that choice when we talk to Safi. So what I think is going to be happening, especially what we see in the trailer, is yes, that is the timeline where Max sacrificed Chloe. But it's actually from a person starting a new game. And when you start a new game and you don't import the save data, the game will randomly pick one of the two endings. And for those who haven't played Life is Strange 1, this is perfect. Because Safi will, when she brings up the conversation, I do believe it's going to say, as I've previously said before, if Chloe's dead, it's we were. But if she's alive, the dialogue's we are. And so that way the new fans can pick what their choice is while we can import our save data. And if you choose to import the save data where you sacrifice Chloe, I also don't believe that there's going to be a dialogue option. And this is a bit of a stretch, but hear me out. The reason I don't think there's going to be a dialogue option is because of whether or not Max chooses to kiss Chloe in episode 3. Now, when you play episode 5, if you read Max's journal, it's all messed up, it's scribbles and nonsense. But once you get out of the nightmare, once you're there with Chloe and Max realizes the storm is her fault and she and Chloe are debating what to do, you can actually read Max's journal. Now if you kiss Chloe, the entry will say, Chloe is more than my best friend, but who knows how she really sees me. She did dare me to kiss her, but she seemed surprised that I actually did it. I am too, but I don't regret it for a second. Maybe that's why I hated watching Chloe being so cruel to me in the nightmare, calling me names and flirting with all those people. I was surprised that it was like a physical pain in my heart. Is that the power of friendship or love? I believe you're about to find out, Max Caulfield. And if you didn't kiss Chloe, the entry reads, Chloe will always be my best friend, but who knows how she really sees me. I know she wasn't mad I didn't kiss her. I felt like we're more family than couple. Just a couple of dorky kids who grew up in a effed up, amazing world. Maybe that's why I hated watching Chloe being so cruel in the nightmare, calling me names and trying to hurt me. I was surprised that it was like a physical pain in my heart. Is that the power of love or friendship? I believe you're about to find out, Max Caulfield. So we see if you kiss her, it says, is this the power of friendship or love? If you don't kiss her, it's changed to, is that the power of love or friendship? And at the very end, if Chloe and Max kiss at the end or they hug, that will be established in our save data as them either being best friends or being in love, and then Max won't need to pick that dialogue option because the choice has already been imported over. Now, if we import a save data where we chose to sacrifice Arcadia Bay, maybe this dialogue will come up, because it's unlike the sacrifice ending, it's left ambiguous whether Chloe and Max are best friends or in love. So I can see that dialogue option popping up, where it's like, we are best friends, we're high school sweethearts, that type of thing. But then again, as I mentioned with episode 3, depending on whether Max kissed Chloe or not, that could also remove those dialogue choices and automatically lock in what Max and Chloe's status is. Now, this wouldn't be the first game to do something where you start a new game, you didn't play the previous ones, and you get choices. The Witcher 3, when I first played it, did this. When Geralt's getting a shave, I get asked these questions. I don't know what's happened. Did I kill or spare someone called Letho? A better example would be Mass Effect 2. If any of you have played that, if you don't play the previous game, then you get this Genesis book in either Mass Effect 2 or 3, and it lets you make choices about what happened in the previous game or games, depending on whether you start a new game in Mass Effect 2 or 3. Now, in Mass Effect 2, if you use the Genesis book, it just goes over what you did in the first game, none of the minor choices, just the major ones. But if you decide to start a game, you don't use the Genesis book, then you're asked these questions and you have to pick the dialogue options, like, did you kill or spare Rex? Did you rescue Ashley or Kaidan? Did you sacrifice the council or not? And that's what it's going to be for new players who start a new game. They're not going to get the option, did you sacrifice Arcadia Bay or not? It's just going to be, do you have a save data to import? And they'll go, no. And then they'll start the game, and it will generate a random choice from episode 5, and they will play off from there, and when they talk to Safi, they'll know what their choice is. And it's bloody brilliant what they've done here too. Well, so anyways, that's the end of this video. Do let me know what you think in the comments. You know, if you think I'm talking sense or out my ass, just let me know. Hope you all enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. This is TotalGamerJunkie, signing off.